The Nimble with Numbers team presents Chalked Blocked with Bo Big Time McBrayer.
Bam! I gotta know what a $5 shake tastes like.
That's hot. That's hot.
I want winners, Bo. You don't know diddly.
And his partner, Scott Stag Simpson.
Do you know who I am?
Trying to put Tiger Bomb on this jungle's nuts.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
I gotta catch a glimpse of these warlocks. Let's make a move. Let's make a move. Let's make a move.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to Chalk Blocked, the world's sexiest DFS show for now. I'm Bo McBrayer, brought to you as always alongside Scott Simpson. This is a Nimble with Numbers production. Make sure you like, subscribe, tickle that bell to get notified when we go live, just like this every week for the Slate Walk. DFS is our life. We're winning money. You're winning money if you're watching the show. Make sure you get all the attention right here. This is where you get all the best information for your DFS play. DraftKings is going to shell out money to you just by following along. Right, Scott? It's that easy.
Oh, man. You know what? I got to tell you, that's a great segue. Apparently, there have been eyes watching, and I appreciate eyes watching. And
always watching.
And, you know, for you and I both, we love DraftKings. Maryland has now gone live with a sports book. I'm already gambling regularly, winning. A couple of losses, but whatever. But winning. I'm up around 420 right now. I'm not kidding.
Nice.
But with that being said, you know, somebody from DraftKings reached out and asked me if I wanted to work with them, collaborate with them, try to kind of work here in the state of Maryland to get this thing going, this thing rocking and rolling. And so as a great Marylander, I said, you know what, I'm gonna pool together my Maryland resources. So you know, tomorrow we have a kickoff event down here in Bethesda, Maryland, at the Rock Bottom, and I'll be joined by Joe Bond, Denny Carter, Sports Gambling Podcast's own Justin Bruni, our boy over there, and my lovely wife. And so, you know, we're kicking it for Maryland for DraftKings as well. And
they invited Rose and not you, and you're the plus one.
Yeah, it's a beautiful people's club, and she decided to like bring me as her Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know, so
Quasimodo.
Yeah, seriously. So, no, but it's a really good time. And as part of this partnership, what we're going to do, and we'll launch it next week for week 14, is we are going to have a pick'em free to play event with DraftKings. It's going to be $1,500 giveaway to our listeners. So it's going to be top three, right? Top three, and as many people can get in there. It'll be a free link. We'll put it in next week, probably starting next Monday, Tuesday. We'll be getting it out on my Twitter, on Bo's Twitter, and then for the show, we'll drop it in here. It'll kick off next Sunday, and so that'll be a great way just to kind of set kind of you know, a nice partnership with DraftKings going here in Maryland. So I wanted to share that with everybody. And then, Bo,
it's a way for us to give back to our loyal consumers, the people that watch and listen to us, follow us on Twitter and other social media outlets. We love you. You are the reason why we do this every week. It's not just me and Scott hanging out like it was back in the Fast Hard Finish days. That was just Friday night. Like we had to hang out once a week. Now this is for real. This is business. We got money coming, money going, and a lot of money coming into our people that are watching. It's like $1,500 just like in the prize pool, and it's free to enter pick'em contest.
I mean, it's what we do every week for the in a way, not the exact same thing, but we do the DraftKings Chalk Buck tournament every week. You can get 20, 30 people in there. This is, and we split it top three. You know, I won it a couple times. A couple other people, Money Metal Cakes has won it a couple times. So Space Ghost. So we've had multiple winners. This is a chance for even huger stakes. I mean, we're playing for like, you know, a couple $100 in that tournament, maybe $250 at the max. This is for potentially, if you break down 1,500. $1,000, right? Probably something like that. Maybe $900 to the winner. If you're looking at like maybe a 900, 500, 100. I don't know how it's going to break down, but it's a nice chunk of change for one of our listeners. And you know, I couldn't be more excited to kind of kick it off with DraftKings, because they're somebody we love. We're in there already DFSing, and now I've got the opportunity to sports book it up. And so if you're in Maryland and you know anybody who wants to sign up with DraftKings, who wants to talk to somebody, hit me up, man. I'm ready. I'm trying to build the Maryland betting network. You know what I mean? There's the gamblers opposite of anonymous. We're not anonymous, So yeah. Also, awesome. I'd say you have a segue too, because you've been building some partnerships as well on your side. You devil dog, you.
Yeah, it's not official yet, but we are going to be kicking off another DFS partnership that's going to probably grace the show next week as well. Ooh. And it's going to be a company that allows our listeners to get a different way to plug in valuable metrics for their DFS lineups. And so it's going to be exciting. I can't announce it yet because it's not official, but there's something in the works, and it's going to be another way for you all to win money playing DFS alongside. There's no such thing as too much information that's useful in this sport. DFS is all about, okay, what kind of information matters and what kind of information do we kind of, block the chalk. We want to make sure that we're giving you a useful, tangible, money-winning advice. And so we're going to have another tool launched next week that'll help everyone, including you and me, Scott, to build better DFS lineups. And it's going to be great. We'll have a link that you'll be able to use to get a free trial of a certain service and give it a try, see if you like it, see if you win some money off it. If you like it, you can keep it and pay a little bit each month and hopefully win a lot each month. That's kind of how it works in DFS. Is you're going to get your best information from subscriptions, and the best subscriptions win people lots of money.
Yeah, and what I like about these too is that when you're tip of the spear like this, you can kind of see up front what you're going to get for that month. So you have that free month just to, see how much can I use this to optimize my potential in whatever sport you're targeting. Right. So for us, it's DFS, NFL. That's why you're here. That's why we're here talking the slate. Before we do that, let me share my screen. And like I like to, I'm always into sharing. Sharing is caring. Go follow Bo McBrayer, Bo_McBigtime on Twitter. Get his counts up to 8K for Christmas. That's what I want. Bo for Christmas, 8K, right? He can do it. I know he can, and then if you're not following him, you should follow him right now. And then if you are following him, go buy some stuff from him, right? He's got Big Time Flavor Co. up and running. Go grab some yummy, delicious holiday sauces. Listen, bro, I got to tell you a terrible story. It's a real story. I came home. My wife's in the front yard. She's putting up Christmas lights. That's great. I love that. That's awesome. In our tree, she's putting it wrapping around the tree so it's individual strands of the trunk are going. It's beautiful, right? My daughter is mixing a bunch of Hamburg that has been brought home from Trader Joe's, and there's some weird stuff that's put in it, and it was not great. It was not great. Some of it was spicy, some of it was sweet. I don't know, chunks of stuff, right? It was not from Big Time Flavor Co. And so a little disappointed because if I would have known dinner was there, I would have made it. I would have told people to wait. I would have had your spices ready to go. So missed opportunity. You live and learn over here at the Simpson family. But I didn't hold it against anybody. I just want my family to know.
Stuff that you get at the grocery store just has lots of junk in it and just not trashy. As much flavor.
No, your stuff's the best. So, all right. Well, let's segue to something else that's the best. Run the Sims. We love these guys. Justin Freeman, Pat Mayo. I love them. All right. Let's talk about this slate. We've got some games here. Now, they're spread out. We've got some high totals, 53, 51, 49.5. And then we got some low totals, 39. I don't know if Denver even pushes that up there unless Baltimore trounces
That's the
them.
shadowy place. We don't go there, Simba.
No, we don't. We're going to skip that one. That's where the dark souls live. So no, thank you very much. You got to be pretty degenerate to be, or going on a running back because they're low price. But anyway, let's talk about games that have some flair. Jacksonville visiting Detroit. The line right now is minus half a point. Jacksonville, did they lose half a point? Was it a push before? What were we at here? What's going on with this line movement?
I don't know, but I'm taking the Jags all the way. It's not. I don't think it's going to be that close of a game. I think Jags win by a touchdown in a high scoring game. This is going to be a really popular game to stack, and so you're going to have to really be creative to break up some of that chalk because there's lots of chalk in this game. You have some low prices on some great players, and it's going to be really hard to avoid chalky plays. As you can see, lots of red in the ownership column. That's not what we like. but there are ways to get creative and get guys in there that you know are going to play well. Trevor Lawrence, 14%. I'm not against that, but I like the Jared Goff pivot a little bit better because the Jaguars defense is awful too. I mean, we talk about how bad the Lions defense is. The Jags aren't much better on defense.
No.
And Jared Goff has been playing really well. He's cheaper. He's almost getting he's getting exactly half of the projected ownership. I think I'm gonna pivot more to Goff stacks. That way I can go and play a Christian Kirk or a Zay Jones and feel a little bit better about it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna eat a whole bunch of chalk by playing a Trevor Lawrence stack when I don't have to. Yeah. There's lots of good quarterback plays on this board. And I'd rather play a quarterback who, if he's going to score about the same amount of points, because most of these quarterbacks aren't going to be many points apart, I'd rather play the guy that nobody has.
Yeah, no, I understand that for sure. Let's build some stacks here with this game. Let's do a contrarian stack. Do you want to have a Lions running back as well as Swift, perhaps, or just leave it with this?
Stack. No, yeah, Swift is in the pool because of his price, but I'd prefer not to stack him.
Would you have 2 Jags in the run back or just concentrate on one?
No, I'm going to limit. I'm going to do a lot of different single skinny stacks in this game because it is so chalky.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really hard to make an optimal lineup if you have too much exposure to this game.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think this is a game that you full on game stack. This
is a cash game for sure.
Yes,
though, because the pricing is so good, and that's why it's so popular. But having some pieces in this game, like Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's the ultimate cash player. 7,100 is a little expensive, but he's the kind of guy that I want in this game. ETN, I don't really want to touch a foot injury, even though it's a great matchup.
Yeah.
Especially at that percentage. Good
20%. That's kind of high. I get the price. The price is low, 6,400. It's not extensive. You're able to fit him in and kind of build around him.
There's so many great value plays at running back this week that I don't need to do that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Save money, get almost the same upside, and play better wide receivers. I'll have ETN there, but foot injury scares me, even if it's not major. It's too much for too little. There's not enough meat on that bone for me.
Yeah. Well, Jamal Williams has no foot injury, and he's like leading the league in touchdowns.
There you go. There's your chalk breaker right there.
Right there, 3%, dude. Just save $400 and you got 3%. And yeah, ETN's gonna get more passes out of the backfield, but the touchdown upside with Jamal Williams is just present. So
13.
Yeah, lucky number. Probably get a little bit more this week too. So I like Jamal Williams as a run back against the chalk. So I'm gonna build a contrarian stack.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then I will put a Christian Kirk in there, because I like Kirk, but I'll put a little Jamal, and I'll put some Swift too, because Swift's not terrible. He could pop. He's not
terrible. Yeah. He just needs to get on the field more. Dan Campbell,
more reps. Yeah,
Dan Campbell. If he doesn't give Swift a good workload this week, Dan Campbell needs to go because that's horrible. Swift has looked great on the field for 2 weeks now, and he's still losing snaps to Justin Jackson, which makes no sense at all.
I don't like that. That's no bueno there. Come on, Campbell. Let's get that together. All right. Speaking of getting it together, Deshaun Watson apparently back from the 11-game suspension. A new man, maybe?
No,
probably not. But 7 point. This should be higher, right? Like this. This could be 21-0 in the first quarter. Nick Chubb alone, just Nick Chubb against Houston, one guy against the team, right?
Yeah, but the Browns defense is bad, so we don't know. Houston's bad. They're 1-9-1. They're not good. Their offense is terrible. But Dameon Pierce, if you get Dameon Pierce on a roll in this game against the Cleveland Browns front that can't they get bullied every game. Yeah. And Houston is they're just lacking weapons. Brandon Cooks is out. Nico Collins and a bunch of different big ugly tight ends are in this game. You're gonna have some relevance for Chris Moore. Gross, but he's gonna be in the player pool because there's nobody else to throw to. Chris Moore is gonna be a nice little floor play there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an ugly game.
It's ugly.
But the Browns and the Texans both love to run the football because they have good running backs and good offensive lines, and neither one of these defenses can stop the run.
Okay.
So dueling banjos is definitely in play for this game.
Okay. I'm going to set these at the beginning. That way we're not, back. Dueling banjos. Also, defense for Cleveland, I think, might be in play as well. Maybe.
I'm not a huge fan.
No.
They only average 3 fantasy points a week.
Did you see the quarterback situation there though? Like that was not good. And Miami's defense, by the way, Miami's defense is not good either. They're a sieve. They're terrible.
Kyle Allen's really bad.
Right. So I mean, like, imagine Clowney meeting Garrett in the backfield for a sandwich, and then one of them picks up a fumble and goes into the end zone. I don't know. It could be either or.
The Browns haven't done that all season. The Browns are 3 fantasy points a game. That's terrible.
Have they played Kyle Allen yet, though?
They played a lot of bad offenses, though.
All right. I'm speaking from a sports betting standpoint. I think I might take Cleveland in the points on this one. They might beat this spread. Anyway. Okay. I did find some stacks. So let's get past this next terrible game. Is there really anybody that you want on any side of this game?
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews. Yeah. Only 5% roster too. That's really nice.
That's nice. He's a little bit overpriced because Denver's a good, tough defense. But look at that optimal rate, 10%. That's a big leverage play. A lot of people are going to be attracted by Kelsey, which for good reason. But Mark Andrews in a leverage spot. He was not in a leverage spot last week, and he would have had a huge game if he didn't drop the easiest touchdown of his career.
Looks so sad.
So no, the tight ends that paid off last week were all kind of the cheaper ones. So gross. No,
18. No, I'm saying last week he did 18.
I know, yeah, but like I'd rather just not play a guy like Jordan Akins and just pray that my guy that is going to usually score that many points on a weekly basis does it.
Of course.
Akins has scored he scored that many points once or twice in his whole career, and it's just like out of nowhere. And I'm glad you played him. Somebody got to enjoy that week. But
oh yeah, it was. I don't know if many people did. Man, I saw him sitting down there.
Well, no, it was a 0.68% ownership last week, so you were one of very few.
It was me. I was the only.
It was me.
And you know what? If I hadn't played him in the Chalk Block tournament along with Zay Jones, by the way, two of my favorite. Those were some of my favorite plays. And here's what I do in my own tournaments. I'm hesitant to play my best plays up until now. I've just been like, oh, I'm going to play Mike Evans. He's safe. No. Now I'm doing what I think each week. It's changed. I'm not going on Jordan Akins again this week, but I'm just whispering. Last week there was those, and I was on him. So, I am the tight end whisperer every once in a while.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
I know.
Yeah, this game's just gross. So.
I'm not building any stacks in this game.
Lamar Jackson,
one-off piece.
Lamar Jackson leverage play might be worth something because he's always worth a good look. It's just ugly, and the next game's ugly too. I hate this Giants Commanders game.
What is this? 15%? Have they not watched the quarterback not be able to throw the ball more than 20 yards downfield? I mean,
he's cheap.
It's kind of extensive. It's just the cheapness. Is that what it is?
Yeah, 50 and for the scoring.
I mean, I would rather have, and you've already shit on this, but I'd rather have Brian Robinson in this game. I mean, I just would. He's only 3% rostered. You told me
3%. I'll play him. I'll play him at 3%.
Okay. I'm playing him against you, by the way. So
I know.
I'm putting my money where my mouth is on this one. I'm not
even. I just hope I'm right and that he's very overrated for everything he's done this season or not done. Like his first receiving touchdown of his career was just like nobody covered him, which it's fine. He still scored. He still did the thing that we wanted to do. We don't want to see the sausage made. Like, oh, nobody decided to cover him because he's never caught anything in his life.
The box score says touchdown. It doesn't really matter.
The box score says touchdown.
Yeah.
So props to whoever played Robinson's last week. I'm not sure that he can do it this week. That optimal rate's super low for a reason.
It is. I will say this though: at 3%, he's worth a cash play at least. Maybe not GPP. Maybe GPP is somebody else in another game, not in this one. So I'm not building stacks. Are you?
Daniel Jones by himself is a decent play.
Yeah, I like Daniel Jones. Saquon, I saw my guy, John, not Dangle, on Twitter over there, not John Dangle. I love him. I walked into the Fantasy Expo Canton Hall of Fame building with him, went in the elevator with him, hung out with him a bunch. He was saying, Saquon last couple weeks, yards per carry 3.5. He's saying for the rest of the season, he's washed. And the reason he's saying this is he's had 10 more carries and he's at his max career. And we're already in week 13. So it's a grind, you know what I mean? And they're using him, and they're 3 and in the last 3, they lost 3 of the last 4. So I remember he just died there. Lost 3 of the last 4.
That offensive line has been banged up. No Evan Neal really kills that offensive line.
No tight end.
And the Commanders are top 5 against the run.
Yeah, it's going to be a bang out game. I think it's going to be lower than 40. I think it might be one of those 17-10, 17-13, 17-14, 18-13, whatever, something like that. Somebody's going to go for 2. Commanders, whatever. But I'm not going to have that many individual pieces, but not stacking anybody from this game. No. So, all right, let's get to a game that talking about Aaron Rodgers. What's going on with A-Rod? I need to know. I've not been paying attention. I'm grinding. I'm working every day. Is he playing? Is he good to go?
Yeah, he's probably going to play, and so is Fields. Okay. Rodgers has an oblique strain, which is what he hurt himself last week with. His thumb is still broken.
Yes,
needs surgery. He needs surgery whenever he feels like having surgery on his broken thumb.
Any day now.
And oblique strain. So on top of not being able to throw the ball quite right, he's not moving his trunk very well. So he's going to be out there against a really, really, really bad Chicago defense.
Terrible.
And Justin Fields is probably playing too. So we got a nice showdown here. Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. In fact, they win pretty much every time that they play them. But he doesn't exactly always put up big numbers against them. They just don't lose to them. So yes, you can bet the spread, take the Packers and the points. But as far as upside, I'm going to lean more towards the Justin Fields side. Justin Fields. We just saw Jalen Hurts run for 157 yards on this defense.
Yeah, we did.
And that seems really nice.
Yeah, I'm going to say upset and say Bears beat them.
Whoa.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is spicy. And it's because Aaron Rodgers is a shell of himself and Justin Fields is coming into his own. So I think there's just these games that the owning stops. And this might be it. This could be a franchise moment. Even though the Bears are trash defensively, Aaron Rodgers is not up to his normal self. If he was up to his normal self, he'd just pick them apart. And maybe they have a good game plan, and Aaron Jones picks them apart. They can do that. They can dink and dunk.
Yeah, that's which way I'm going here. Is I'm going to have a little bit of Christian Watson because him keeping that streak alive against this defense is going to be a little easier. His touchdown streak. But Aaron Jones is so good, and he matches up really well.
Yes, he does.
Monty is chalky because he's a good price, and he gets so many carries.
Yes, he's got touchdown equity too.
Arrington Evans. I'm seeing something out of that guy. I don't know if I'll play him, but he has something.
Nobody's playing him, so it'll be you. That's it. Which is ballsy.
It'll be like one lineup just to feel something.
Yeah, just to see if
you got any Watson's ownership. I got to figure out what kind of.
He's like at 9%, which is it's fine. It's
not bad. 5,200, 9%. I'm not worried about that.
And Chase Claypool apparently has a 26% target share. He's like top 10 in the league, and you wouldn't know that at all. So is that just like one of these days he's going to get it right, like he did that one game where he got 3 touchdowns 2 years ago, or is it just that ship has sailed for him and don't ever touch it?
He's never been that good.
Oh no, he's never been that good. But he's been top 3 in the league, though, bro. Besides not being that good, he's been top 3
in his own mind. Yeah.
I mean, listen, in his own mind and in other people's minds around him, possibly.
Yeah. No.
Maybe I don't know.
No, this game's pretty gross.
Going under?
No, over. I think there's points in this game. It's a sharp line. 44 and a half is good line.
Who's on Randall Cobb? Yeah, I'm on Randall Cobb.
4,200, 1%.
He's a little guy. He's exactly the kind of how high Aaron Rodgers can throw the ball off the ground. You know what I mean? Like he's that same little level as his arm. He can just dunk, Aaron, end zone touchdown.
Because you said that, I'll play a little bit of Randall Cobb, but I'm not feeling it.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's the cheapest wide receiver for them. You got Watson, Lazard, and then Cobb at 4,200.
Lazard has completely disappeared.
Oh, Lazard, there's a missing milk ad out for him in Milwaukee right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lionel Richie singing.
6'5", He's 6'5", and nobody can find him.
Is it me you're looking for? Yes, yeah, Christian Watson.
Lazard and Sammy Watkins are missing.
Yes, well, and Christian Watson has been found. He's the one who's been
He's fast. He's very fast.
Yeah. All right. I'm not stacking that game, but pieces there will be individually. All right. Let's talk about this game and how you've glommed on to my play of the week. My play of the week. You've glommed on. You use it against me in my own clash. I changed everybody but him because that's maybe my guy from the beginning. Let me just show you something, Bo. And I know you've got this too. AJ Brown over here on PFF. He's like
that's quite a big gap too.
100%.
That is a big gap. Yes. And then you add the revenge narrative to it.
Oh my god!
Oh, you didn't want me. You didn't want me, huh?
I feel like there could be a.
They didn't want to pay. They didn't want to pay him.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I understand not wanting to pay people. The learners are going to be paying their players and like Max Scherzer until 20.
Every other team came to pay to write a check to
their wide receiver.
Every single team did that
in the third year. It was Debo. It was him. Yeah,
all of them got paid. Yep, all of them got paid except for AJ Brown.
Right, and he's probably the best one of them. So, So this guy. He's our play of the week, maybe if you're paying up at wide receiver, or are you going to say Tyreek?
I mean, but no, you're looking at where AJ Brown has the highest ceiling this week, and I have that Devontae Smith as that leverage play. I'm doing that. I'm doing lots of that. That double stack with him and Hurts and Smith. Oh, that's hot. That's hot to trot.
It is hot to trot.
It's getting me steamy right now. Just thinking about Hurts, Brown, and Smith against the secondary, because you cannot run on the Titans.
No.
And if they think they're going to run all over them like they did Green Bay, it's not going to happen.
No.
And if they figure out that they're going to try to run it on the Titans, they're going to lose. The Titans will beat them.
And then you got to run it back with Derrick Henry too.
You don't gotta, but it sounds pretty nice.
Would you do Traylon Burks then? Who, if you're going to have a stack in this game, or if you're not going to play it skinny, how would you approach?
Traylon Burks would probably be the preferred choice. I think he's more optimal than 1.8.
Oh yeah, I also think that he might be a little bit more rostered than 6% too, but maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe not. He's had an illness this week, so.
Oh, okay. I was unaware of that. Robert Woods at 43 and only 2%.
No.
Intriguing. Okay. Yeah.
I think that if you're doing the run back, it's got to be Burks or Henry. But I'm gonna more onslaught this because the Eagles, for me, earlier in the week, I was thinking, this is the Titans team that is built to beat the Eagles. Like this is the same type of team that they're like the Commanders, but with talent.
Good quarterback.
Good quarterback, amazing running back, and a great run defense. So this is the type of team in the Titans that can beat the Eagles. But if Jalen Hurts goes out there and airs it out, the Titans are going to get their asses kicked, and it's going to be ugly early, just like the Green Bay game, but through the air instead of on the ground.
Yeah, I think Tennessee has to establish not the run, but the drive. Like they have to keep possession of the football. They need to hold the football. Run, little dink pass, little bootleg, little 6-yard scramble, whatever.
It took the Commanders converting 80% of their third downs to beat the Eagles.
It's a lot of third downs. Yeah. I do think this total could be eclipsed though. 44, pretty low for the Eagles. They score 40 themselves a lot of times.
Yeah,
just putting it out there.
I think that's one of the easier overs this week.
Yeah, I do too. I think they're overestimating the defensive. Even Philly in the rain against the Jags scored like 30 points or something. So yeah. Okay. Anything else in this game before I did build a few stacks?
Titans defense at the very bottom. If I am right about earlier in the week and they keep it close, that's a really nice value play at defense at 2,200.
Yeah. It is 8% rostered, so people are listening to you, Bo. You got
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's a little high. Let's talk about a game that we do like here. Apparently, everyone likes this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. They're like the highest roster defense at 12%. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, let's get away from that. What do you think about this game? Everybody's under like 6K. It's just like the 6,100 and under club. Everybody down. Prices are low.
Leverage game.
It really is, isn't it? This game could go wild, and then you could just make money.
Yeah, Pat Fryermuth. I know we're both on him.
Yeah, I had to pivot off him because of my Travis Kelce, but still, I do like him. Yeah.
Pat Fryermuth is tight end 6 this year with only 1 touchdown. And he's getting a little bump in usage since they traded away Claypool. And Kenny Pickett the last couple weeks, I don't like Kenny Pickett at all. I don't think he's an NFL quarterback, but he's looking better and better by the week. He's getting better every single game. You're seeing the progression that the Steelers want to see, where a lot of other guys are regressing. Kenny Pickett is getting better by the week, and that's a good thing. So Kenny Pickett at 5,200 is one of the best value plays at quarterback.
He is. He's right. By God.
And I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just gonna play a couple of Kenny Pickett and Pat Fryermuth stacks.
That sounds reasonable. Let's just do a little bit. Just a little, like just the tip, right? Just the tip.
Fryermuth is chalky, and I don't like that either. So
yeah,
a lot of the plays that I thought wouldn't be chalky earlier in the week are coming out to be chalky. Maybe
people are on to you. People read your shit, and then
people are reading my stuff, and I don't like it because
fuck you, bro. Look what you did to that 13%.
I don't withhold.
I blame you.
I don't withhold my best plays.
Danny Carter's kids. They listen. Yeah, you look. You let the floodgates out, and then Pat Fryermuth to the moon because of you. You GPP bang bro. You. I hate you.
Well, it is 10% optimal, so I'm gonna still do it, but I'm not gonna do it.
It's not bad. The boom rate's still there.
I'm mad though. I'm mad that my best plays are getting chalked up.
Hey, you know what? Maybe your best plays are the best plays, and people are on to your best plays, and it might just be okay.
Don't dupe me, bro.
Don't dupe me, bro. That's right. I can hear it in my mind. Don't dupe me, bro. That's hilarious. I'm
like our Clash lineups. Like we went from our first pass, like we don't share any information with one another earlier in the week before we build our Clash lineups. And last week we had 0 matches,
none.
And this week we had 6 when we first revealed them. So we switched it up a little bit, but 6 matches after none.
You mean I switched my whole entire team?
Yeah, I could have done it too. We both have alternate lineups that we could use.
Yeah, I went on the fly there because it's funny when we're both on the same thing. So for cash, that's good. For GPP, we need to figure that out too because then we can really make some money. So, well, let's talk about this game. I moved over to the Jets, Minnesota. Minnesota at home. They just got the 3 points, right? So this game kind of a pick 'em in a way. I like how there are some pieces in this game that are they're not really rostered. You got Garrett Wilson. You've got the Jets defense, but then everybody else is kind of green. Are big green that scary that they're just making everybody available and optimal kind of?
I love it. Just keep your voice down the way things are going. Justin Jefferson at 9%. Yes, please. Dalvin Cook. Where's Dalvin Cook at?
Dalvin Cook's only at 12.
RB1 this week.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. We don't even
defense stacked with Dalvin Cook.
Mike White could come back down to earth anytime now.
He did last year. He had one good game, and then he threw 4 picks against Buffalo, and they went right back to Zach Wilson.
Well, he's playing a team that's like 3rd in the NFL. Is that 2nd in the NFL in best record or something like that? It's not like he's playing Chicago.
Yeah, 2nd best in the NFC.
The Bears,
No, the Bears are awful. The Vikings secondary is weak, but they're opportunistic. They turn the ball over. They give up yards and points for sure. They're limited on the back end as far as talent goes, but they get after the quarterback, which it's not good for Mike White. If they're getting after the quarterback, the only way for the Jets to win this game is if they can run the football effectively with Zonovan Knight again.
This isn't good right up here.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, that's like 15 14, 15, 16 in the center of your line.
And then you after the quarterback.
And then Kendricks, you just know his big ass is going to come flying in and do some crazy shit with his hair.
Everson Smith with strong safety is great.
Peterson, you kind of trashed him a couple weeks ago. He did have the game-winning interception against Josh Allen.
The guy's making plays still. He's
proving you wrong. He's holding old man death away too. I mean, he's old.
We'll get to see Garrett Wilson against him this week, which is going to be really fun.
Look, he's got grades from 2011, bro. Like, look,
Patrick Peterson is 5, so 6, 7, intelligent. 8, 9, 10, 11, the smartest corners to ever play the game. So he knows what his limitations are, but he still knows what that quarterback wants to do. He knows tendencies. He's so intelligent. And so I think this Vikings defense is going to turn over the Jets multiple times. They're going to sack him. So they're going to sack him at least 4 times. I think the Vikings run away with this game on the heels of Dalvin Cook and their defense.
I'm going to put a little money on that, and I'm going to also stack it with a couple of these other games we've talked about.
3-point. That's a push. That's a 3-point with the home juice. That's disrespectful because the Jets really, and they played great defense, but they haven't played a Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook team in a while.
Yeah. And Kirk Cousins, I'm not saying the curse of the prime time is over, but I mean, he looked really good on Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble. Yep, he's had 10 days rest now, too. So that helps install the game plan, get it down. They're not just going in blind. They know how they want to attack this game. And I'm sure it's through the run, and I'm sure it's manning up against that line. So,
yep.
Yeah. I like your call, Bo. We're simpatico this week. It's a little scary, honestly. I think something's going to happen. Yep. Good or bad. You want to build some here. Let's build some stacks in this game, though. Do you want to do a Dalvin Cook, Elijah Moore, a Dalvin Cook, Garrett Wilson?
I want a Dalvin Garrett Wilson, and I want a Jefferson Garrett Wilson.
Okay, we got a Jefferson Garrett Wilson, and then let me go get a Dalvin. I'm getting better, Bo. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You're pretty adept at this site after a couple of years.
7 years. Nimble W numbers, baby.
We love running the Sims so much that it took Nimble only 2 years out of his average of 4 years to grasp software. Yeah. Just in time for them to probably overhaul it completely next week.
Right. Well, it's fine. It's okay because I do for all my shows. I produce, run, and do all the stuff for it, and all my co-hosts do is show up and look sexy. So Mike and you both are just good-looking eye candy for the people when you get in there. You guys are talking heads, you motherfuckers. Which is fine. People love you.
We're very happy to let you make easy producing look so difficult.
I know. Well, it's so funny because it's not like I haven't worked all day and didn't control the masses for 8 hours or whatever. Come home. Listen, this is a true story. When I came home tonight,
he's an indoctrinator, guys.
Front yard,
he's an indoctrination specialist.
I did not. I did not stop. I came home at 4:40. I did not get off my feet until 6:30. That's after I made dinner, cleaned up dinner, took Winter for a long walk, did everything, right? Helped my wife set up the stuff. And then finally I sat down and then I did some work with my kids. So it was not even end of work. It was just end of work for a moment. And then, the good work of doing the show.
I feel you.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm getting more nimble with my numbers. Let's talk about the beginning window here. We got 4 games. I love 4 games. 4 games is what should always be. There should not be 3. There should be 4.
It's just so nice.
It's just better. It's better. We only have 2 buys this week. The Carolina Panthers, which they should be on a buy every week. And then, little crybaby Call of Duty boy, no offense to him, but,
well, did you expect a guy named Kyler to be a strong-willed person?
No, but
you don't expect a tough guy to be named Kyler.
I mean, I don't like how Patrick Peterson kind of dogged him on a podcast. I think
I love how he dogged him.
Here's the reason why.
That's how soft Kyler is. He went right back on Twitter to whine about his big brother Pat. His big brother Pat Pete is clowning on him to make his podcast. I
just feel bad because he's picking on him because
Patrick Peterson for telling the truth. How everybody. Yeah, Kyler's soft. Kyler only cares about himself, and he's soft. You can't call him out without him throwing a fit. And I
I'm
love
not
that Patrick
disagreeing.
Peterson called him out.
But let me ask you a question. Like, certain people are soft, right? You know them, right?
Oh, yeah.
You and I know them. If you call them out, it just makes them feel bad. So I feel
It
bad
makes
for
them
him a
look
little bit.
softer when they go right back on social media
I
to
agree.
complain about them
I
being
agree.
called soft in public.
I agree. Well, as soon as you play a social media game, ego and anger and impulse and stupid take over, and it's not a winning recipe.
You know, there'd be no world wars ever in history if men were all over 5'9". So,
bro, you're killing me.
right?
It's kind of a true
Every
thing.
single war in history has been started by a man under 5'9".
Let me ask you a question though. What about the Russian guy? He was killing everybody too. How tall was he?
Vlad the Impaler?
No. Like Stalin.
Oh, Stalin?
Yeah.
We're talking like look it up.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
All
Siri,
right.
how tall was Joseph Stalin?
Like he's like 6'1".
5'6". I win again.
Yeah, look, another one. You win. Yeah, another one. It's true.
And
Everybody was
Stalin
short
killed
back then,
60 million people.
though.
All he had to do was be taller, and he would have been totally fine.
Wish I was a little
Comfortable
bit
in his
taller.
own skin.
Wish I was a baller.
Right.
Yeah, not happening. Speaking of a baller and smaller, it is Tyreek Hill season. Like he fits into this mold, right? He
does.
Yeah. Look at the optimal on him, man. This is crazy. I've never seen something like this.
I cannot believe that he is that low owned.
It's 8%. That's it.
I cannot believe Jalen Waddle's at 4.
That's crazy too.
I cannot believe
They're
Tua's at
scared.
2.
They're scared to death of the San Francisco 49ers. Let's just
And
be
they
honest.
shouldn't be. They should not be. I love this numbers. I hope these hold true. I'm going to keep my mouth shut, but I've already written about all these guys. I've already called this stack the top stack of the week. Double stack, spend all your all your salary on both guys, Tua, Tyreek, and Waddle. Play those guys in a double stack. San Francisco runs cover 3 90% of the time, and Tua leads the NFL with 10.3 yards per attempt against cover 3. He lights the candle against
Jordan
that
Bannock
coverage.
stat. Oh,
yeah,
so
it's from the 33rd team. I knew it was already going to be high because Tua and Mike McDaniel, guess what? Comes from the same, like this is the same coaching tree.
That was where he just jumped off the tree last year. He's been there. Yeah, I mean,
you don't think he knows all the switches?
Yeah.
We're talking about a huge schematic advantage for McDaniel because he knows that Shanahan didn't have to reinvent anything when he left. But guess what happened with the 49ers don't know what Mike McDaniel is going to do because he's the wild card. He's the new head coach, and he's been rolling out new stuff every single week that's completely unstoppable. I think Miami is going to obliterate that defense. That second half scoreless streak, it's over. This was the other stat I saw today or this week. The 49ers have played 2 top 12 offenses all season. 2. That's insanity.
That is insanity.
2 top 12 offenses all year.
They played nobody.
No wonder their defense looks spectacular. They're not playing anybody.
Well, they haven't played the best offense either.
They played Herbert with no Keenan Allen or Mike Williams. They played Seattle was the first one they played that ends up being top 12 now. But when Seattle got started, they weren't clicking on all cylinders until after they played the 49ers. The only time that they played an offense at full strength that was a top 12 offense was when they played the Chiefs and they gave up 44 points to Mahomes.
Obliterated.
Exactly. And they gave up 28 points in the second half of that game.
Ooh,
so tell me, is it the Niners defense that's dominating? Possibly. They're pretty good. They're fundamentally sound. They're very well coached. Yeah, they're very well coached. They have good personnel. They have great players. I mean, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Talanoa Hufanga. These guys are studs out there. They haven't seen Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
They're not as fast as Tyreek Hill.
They haven't seen Tua Tagovailoa, who gets rid of the ball faster than any other quarterback in the league. I think the Dolphins are not only going to win outright, they're going to win by more than a touchdown, and they're going to score 30 plus. So I'm stacking the Dolphins, and I'm going to run with that. And seeing the ownership numbers that low, means I'm going to get even more exposed to it. Yeah, my poor Oregon Duck, Diamador Lenore.
Oh my God.
He's not good, guys. He's getting torched.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. But hey, over here, you do have Travarius Ward. He's
Travarius Ward, former Chief. He's a great player.
Yes, he is.
But he can only cover one of those two guys. And
Right.
I don't know how well he's going to cover one of these spectacular speedsters. Ward's not a speedster. He got roasted he was the guy that got roasted by Jamar Chase last year.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, in as a safety too, how fast are these guys?
I love
4.3.
No. Hufanga's just instinct. Hufanga's the next Troy Polamalu. He's super duper talented.
Yeah.
But this is a defense that's great. Alshire is really good. Warner's great. Greenlaw's great.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
the secondary that you worry about.
It is. It's going to be a good matchup. I'm really excited about this game. It might be my second favorite game after the Cincinnati KC game.
And that 46.5 is going way over.
I'm going to do a pick 'em this week and prep for our pick 'em next week with DraftKings because what we're going to do next week is we're going to pick the slate. So I'm not sure if you pick 10 games or whatever it is, pick all the games. But I'm going to practice.
I'm going to stack the ever-living shit out of this game.
Yeah, this game's going to be
I'm going to have some Jimmy G. Ayuk stacks. I'm going to have some Kittle stacks. Kittle at 5K flat here is insanely cheap.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's a great run back if you're going to put the stack together.
4% Kittle? Are you kidding me?
4% Kittle.
Are you kidding me? This is the game. Scott, this is the game.
Yeah, we'll go heavy bone with it, as they say.
This is explicit content.
Yeah, this is sex. This is sex, kids. Put Denny's Carter. Kids,
get out of here. We get out of here.
Yeah. No, this is good. I like it. All right.
God. I cannot believe those numbers, though. Those projections are way off of what I expected.
Yeah, it's good. Let's keep it this way. Let's not tell anybody. Just don't tell anybody to
listen. 2%? Are you kidding me?
It's not good. It's crazy.
Like, if I'm wrong, I'll be wrong, but I don't think that the 49ers can slow this team down.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I don't think they can either. I don't think anybody can slow down Tyreek Hill. Let me just put it that way.
Even if they slow him down, they got to slow down both him and Waddle on every play.
Yeah. I think it's going to be hard, honestly.
And the reason why they're succeeding so much against cover 3 is because they run that triangle offense of football where they put 3 guys against 2 guys in that zone. And they know that they're going to drop 3 guys deep. They're going to have a rover. The strong safety is going to be roaming around, watching the quarterback's eyes. Cover 3 is all about that, where you have the deep safety and the 2 corners drop back. And then you have pockets underneath up the seam that open up for these receivers. So you flood that weak spot with more guys than they put in that zone.
Yeah. And then you can,
so if they converge on that, whichever guys they converge upon with the coverage that they call, all Tua has to do is throw it to the guy they can't cover because they don't have enough personnel in the area.
Yeah, it's simple scheme.
They're just running a triangle offense out there and saying, "Hey, pick your poison."
I've seen the Chiefs do that with Kelsey.
Yeah,
particularly down the goal line, it's been effective. So, yeah. All right, let's jump to we've got 3 games left. Seattle going into the LA Rams, who are +7. Should this be higher? I argued yesterday with you on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. It should be. I think the Rams lose by 10. What do you think? You're impish on this.
But are the Rams getting blown out ever? No, they're just losing.
I don't know, man. They suck.
They do suck. They're not losing by a lot.
But Seattle can score, and they can't score. Like, I could see Seattle winning this game 24-10.
Seattle's defense is awful. Ugh.
Right, but I mean, is Perkins just going to run around the whole time? That's his only move. His move is to scramble and then toss it.
Kyren Williams.
Ooh, so you tell me an alternative narrative. Tell me more, my friend.
Kyren Williams is a sleeper, 5,200.
200.
Oh yeah, 2%. I'll be part of that 2%.
That's nice. I like that. That's a feather in the
Walker,
cap.
I think, is a fade. He's way too chalky for what he's going to do.
They just stopped playing him in the third quarter. At the end of the third quarter, they're just like, "Hey,
he's averaging 2 yards a carry."
Well, that's not his fault completely. Yes, I mean, he was getting tackled in the backfield, and one time he ran back like 18 yards or something.
Yeah. Kenneth Walker's not doing great. He's a boom bust type guy. So yes, he can pop off, but I don't think it happens.
Aaron Donald, I see him like choke slamming him in this game or something. So
he does that every week.
I know.
He's so good. He's so good.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to the game I wanted to talk about. These next two games were sexy. We like these games too. I went Joe Burrow against you. Joe Burrow, he's only 8% rostered. He's Joey B. Like, what's going on here, people? You don't understand. This is going to be a firefight, Him and Mahomes.
It's going to be a shootout special.
I mean, look at Mahomes. He's a little bit more expensive, too. If you want to pay up for him.
Oh, my God.
I mean, that's good, too. Both of these guys are good to go in this game, I think. I don't think you worry about either one of them.
I don't understand how much Mahomes and Tua I'm going to have looking at these projections.
It's not bad. You got great weapons. You've got
these guys are a lock to get the 300-point bonus and toss multiple touchdown passes, and nobody else is going to have them.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
That's good. That's good. You just got to pay down. You got to find the nuts and the pay downs, but you can do it. We can do it.
Oh yeah,
it's a good play. I like it. I'll be running back Joy B too, though. I mean, look at his points per dollar.
Lord have mercy.
Oh geez, help us. Yeah, and he's 10% optimal, so he's only 8% rostered right now.
Juju is healthy again. You got to play some Juju. You got to play some Kelsey. Kelsey is the chalkiest one in this game, which is not surprising. Well, T Higgins too, but
but on that side,
Joey
only
B and
11% though.
I think Jamar Chase is still to play.
Hurst
because Jamar Chase has been saying in the media that he's been perfectly fine for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And with Joe Mixon probably not going to play because he still hasn't cleared protocol, Jamar Chase is going to be unleashed.
Have you seen the T Higgins video?
Yeah, the Glizzy Gobbler.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite ones. I'm gonna just.
That was the exact when we were sitting there in the bleachers at the stadium in Canton. We were sitting there with Samantha Praviti and Troy King and Laquan Jones, LQ. All 5 of us were sitting there, and that was the exact conversation: was that Troy was the Glizzy Gobbler, and he was afraid to eat a hot dog in public because he knew that Laquan was going to take his picture and use it against him on the internet. It's verbatim.
Look, it's got it in his hand. Look at his mouth. Here's what I told my wife. Here's the backdrop of this story, right? I love this story. He can't have condiments because he's at a game and he's not supposed to have hot dogs on the sideline. It's not.
And he's wearing a white jersey,
right? I mean, he's high. These are contraband hidden in. It's his like high school where you bring your weed into school. Like, you're showing your buddies. It's cool. And then this is this. I love this whole thing. I showed my family this. So here we go. You're pitiful.
Look at him, y'all.
I love that Boyd outs him and he goes, he's got 2.
Jamar. Poor Jamar.
Look at him.
Poor Jamar.
This is my favorite.
That's Troy King, though. That is Troy King.
That is Troy King. Yeah, and this is right here, Laquan. And this is
you, me, and Samantha, right?
Yeah, we're all laughing here watching. Yeah. But here's the best part. And my favorite part is when he goes like this. Right? He goes, he's got 2 glizzies. That's what look at Boyd right there. He goes, he's got 2.
He got 2.
And look at his face.
He's like, damn, I got caught.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely he's got 2 glizzies because his face.
His mouth full of glizzy.
Oh, it's so funny.
The Glizzy Gobbler.
He's the glizzy. That's the glizzy. I'm gonna get a shirt just says Glizzy Gobbler, but he could gobble up some touchdowns. He gobbled up 3 against him in the matchup last year in the regular season. What do you think about him being some leverage here, or is he just 8%? I mean, that's interesting. 7,900. Oh, hello.
Yes, please.
Yes. I see it all coming together. Juju too. I like Juju at 5,700. He could get you a touchdown. He can get you also 100 yards. He get you the bonus.
5%.
Yeah, I like that we're on Juju and Chase too.
705%.
We're saving some value here. Let's build a stack, right?
We're gonna build a lot of stacks out of this one.
That's what we do. We're gonna build a stack. It's kind of a little bit something, Coach Steve, So
yeah, you have to build a variety of stacks with both quarterbacks, with multiple wide receivers, go skinny, go double. He can do so many things with this game, especially with the chalk not being there.
Oh yeah, it's so interesting that the chalk is not here. Which is it's fine with me. I don't care. Don't want to say nothing to nobody. I'm not a big Boyd fan this week. He just fell off the map. He just disappeared. So
well, now that you say that, he's going to be the one that scores all the touchdowns.
Oh, God, don't you do that to me? Don't you put that juju on me? No, spank you. See, you got to have a little Travis Kelce in there as well, and then you want some juju. Then we can make this game big. I'll also take away.
Throw in just a little taste of Samaje Perine.
Oh, okay.
Just a taste.
Just to wet the beak. Okay, here he is. Yeah,
there he is. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Just the tip. Okay. I need to do hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't do any of these one stacks, where you just gotta do a couple of those one guys. And fine, I'll put fucking Boyd in there. So okay. I like this. This is a game that's gonna pop. 53. Oh, yeah. It's got the nuts. By the way, if you're in the comments, if you're on YouTube, I did put our tournament in there. I expanded to 50 this week. Let's get up there, boys, right? I won it last week.
Fill it. Let's fill it.
Yeah, Bo, can you get in the top 10 this week? Can you do me a favor? Can you be competitive? You're so in these tournaments, you're like so outside the box. I
know. I galaxy brained myself into just getting last week half of my lineup got hurt. What am I supposed to do?
Sucked. Nothing. You can't do that. I mean, that's just. But I've noticed your pattern is you do go heavy bone on certain things.
I'm trying to win a damn tournament.
I know. Okay. Speaking of winning a damn tournament, you did get the high score last week, and your boy Josh Jacobs came through. This week, he's more owned than I don't know, cocaine and Chevy Chase in the 80s.
That lineup didn't have Josh Jacobs.
It didn't. Oh, still.
That's how good my lineup was. Is I didn't need no stinking Josh Jacobs to be optimal.
Yeah.
Even though he was optimal. He was really optimal last week.
He was pure sex last week. Yeah.
I think he was in 20% of my builds last week, which were all winners, of course. But my top lineup didn't have him, which was really surprising. I was shocked. It had Eckler in it.
Going back to confirm this tale of
it was Eckler. And
I've got the receipt.
Zay Jones. Yeah, Zay Jones, Austin Eckler, Kelsey.
Yeah. Okay.
I pretty much everybody in my lineup scored at least a touchdown. And then
it was Herbert, Eckler, Wilson, Hopkins, Zay Jones, Garrett Wilson, Conklin, Keenan Allen, Chiefs D. So okay, you're right.
That was such a good lineup too. I can't believe I won that with a non-Jacobs lineup in a 51-point performance. That's saying something.
Yeah, I mean, you beat me by like a point. So I mean, kudos. Yeah, it wasn't like I had 3 points.
Scoreboard.
Well, scoreboard. I've won 5 times. You've won 2 times. So that's the scoreboard.
Exactly. But who's the latest winner?
You won the latest. Yes, the latest is the greatest. We know that. That's how real life works, bro. So.
Keenan Allen,
11% roster. What in the hell is that bullshit? That's some stupidness. That's stupid.
Oh, this is the game with my second mortgage stack, by the way.
Yeah, it is. That's Devontae. Is that Devontae?
Yeah, Devontae's in there, Keenan's in there, Eckler's in there, and Herbert's in there.
Yeah, let's build that. Let's build the second.
Yeah, it's expensive. That's why I call it a second mortgage stack, because the rest of your salary cap is pretty much just value plays. But nobody's going to flood their rosters in a game like that with expensive players. That's the one.
I like this. Yeah. Would you
It
do a
leaves
Palmer?
you with
1% Palmer?
Yeah.
Maybe no McCollins for you.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, you have some McCollins?
Yeah. 4,600 for the way he's
performing.
performed.
4,600. I didn't even see that. Oh my gosh. That'd be a 53. Okay. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. And then I'll have some him and Palmer too if I can find it. I don't know where's him and Palmer. Okay, because that's super cheap. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
This is a good game to stack. I like this game. This game is sexy. Is there? I know we're stacking it, but is there any other ways that you want to play it? Are you going to play any of the tight ends in this game? Everett in play for you? I know you love Fabian Monroe himself.
They're in the pool.
Foster my Fabian.
Foster scored a touchdown last week, which
salvaged
his whole week. He did nothing except for catch a touchdown. The guy, I know, it's like he has one catch every game, and it's either like a 1-yard touchdown or a 33-yard catch with no touchdown. The guy is just terrible at football. But if you score a touchdown, you're top 10 tight end automatically.
Yes, you are. It's the happy uns fostered my people.
Ew, you're gonna do it, Josh Kelly? Gross.
No, that was gross as shit. I didn't mean to do that, but forgive me. I have sinned. Yeah, no, okay. So let's do some Sims build running. I did set the Sims before.
Adjust the settings before.
134
lineups. You couldn't even fill 150.
Oh, is that bad? Should I go back and do it again?
Just go up to settings and rerun it.
I thought I had it. I'm not gonna lie.
You probably just hit the slider wrong. So I told you.
Okay.
Those 16 lineups could be the winners.
They could be. Let's not fuck around with our viewers here.
There you go. Ooh, look at all that. Chase and Higgins, Harrison Bryant. Yep.
Farmuth.
Yep.
It's Minnesota Vikings D here.
And there's no reason to go heavy exposure on anyone this week, guys. So that 20% max that he has, I'd probably go up to 30% max for me.
Yeah.
But no reason to go higher than that because it's a 12-game slate. And you want to get more of a spread on the players this week so that you have a better chance, you have a higher probability of getting optimal. So good on you for the 20%. I would probably go up to 30% max with my pool, but that's actually it lines up well because the Bengals and the Chiefs and the Chargers and the Dolphins are all up there at the max. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Cortland Sutton and situation here, but
good Lord.
It's okay. Whatever.
Speaking of milk cartons,
we'll get something in there. But anyway, I do like the Tua, Jacobs, Tyreek Hill, Harrison Bryant, Minnesota Vikings D, Zay Jones situation. That's strong. Yeah. Let's look at the Joe Burrow exposure here. You got T. Higgins, Joe Burrow. I've not seen a double stack. I will try to find one if I can, because I do like the doubles. If there's a double of them.
Oh, I love Tua.
Oh, look, here's a double with Tua, Hill, Zay Jones, Harrison Bryant, Kittle, and your Titans D. Oh,
that's the run back you want. That's the run back you want.
Yeah, that's nice. I might switch out Travis Etienne to somebody else at 64 and
maybe,
under, but
maybe.
Because I don't want to double stack the Jags if I'm going to shoot out. I don't think they both crush in this. Maybe they can. Yeah, I don't know. But I like that. Well, what about this Justin Herbert? Austin.
There's your Burrow double stack with Pierce and Jacobs. Oh, Burrow, Pierce, Jacobs, Chase, Higgins, MVS, Conklin, and Freiermuth in the Jets D. That is a solid lineup. I like that lineup.
Yeah,
that's a filthy high ceiling lineup if you ever saw one, right?
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah.
Woo.
Well, look at your stack here, though. Man. Look at your stack here. This looks pretty good too. Herbert, Pierce, Eckler, Adams, Allen, Zay Jones, Harrison Bryant. Maybe move off of Dulcich, but he's not a terrible play. And Tennessee Titans D. Using all your money, not a lot of rostership, under 100%. I like that too.
Yes. Yeah. That one right below it, though, is 70%, has Eckler and Chubb.
Oh,
and Allen. Yeah. That one's always 70%.
Oh, yeah. We're getting down in the lower percentage, too.
What's that 55 one with Tua?
Oh, it's
Antonio
Gibson, Nick Chubb, Keenan Allen, Waddle. Yeah, get him out, and then you can also get Cortland Sutton and
Oh yeah, the Broncos don't need to be in there.
No. We could switch those out with somebody else for sure. But
the bones are there.
The bones are there. No, I like it. This
that 48% one with Philip Dorsett is a little gross, but it's got the double stack Dolphins.
Oh, I like the double stack Dolphins. Freiermuth too. You bring that in there with your Vikings D. If you could find just some way to put, instead of Antonio Gibson, to put in Dalvin Cook and pay down at some other position.
And the one right below there, it's got Joe Burrow and Christian McCaffrey and Aaron Jones. There's your leverage bomb because that's got Tyreek and Allen and Ingram, who I hate Ingram, but if we're thinking the Jaguars are going to be a chalky play, Ingram's going to be your leverage point.
He could be some lev, yeah.
And of course, you have the other guy there, Hayden Hurst, friend of the show. Steelers defense, I'm not a huge fan at their price, but this is McCaffrey, Jones, and Hill, and Keenan Allen. Ooh,
yeah,
it makes me tingle.
Yeah, there's some crazy plays in here too.
You're lying. These are tournament. These are the that it doesn't win a tournament unless you kind of go. Ugh.
Tua, Josh Jacobs, Hill, Waddle, Kittle.
Oh.
There are some.
Did you just unbutton your pants because
my turkey belly is coming out after Thanksgiving? Look at this lineup here: Burrow, Pierce, Etienne, Chase, Higgins, Juju.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
There's some plays here. So I guess this has been great, Bo. It's one of my favorite shows. People can find your sexy mug. I'll zoom in on you sexy motherfucker.
That's me at Levi's. Selfie from Levi's.
Yeah. Right. I remember we talked. We had a show. You did a show with me from the street. Yeah. So, I love it. Right before the game, day before the game. Bo _ Big Time. Bo McBrayer. Go check him out. He writes for everybody. For Gambling Podcast Network. He writes for me. So thank you. Appreciate you doing all that writing that I stopped doing. I love your Stacks article. Go check it out, friends. And then, as this is me, my little good-looking guy here. Please go check me out. Follow me. I'm trying to get to 1,200 for Christmas, Bo, just like you're trying to get to 800. We all have our goals. And if you're in the Maryland area, please do. You want Sports Gamble? Hit me up. Follow me. Talk Sports Gambling. Yeah.
He's got some good deals to join the DK Sportsbook.
Seriously, I mean, 1,500 free bucks we're giving away next week to the top 3 people who pick them. I mean, I'm gonna play too. I hope I can play. I hope I talk to Danny, and Danny's like, "You can play." I know that Joe Bond is going to be playing, and I know that Denny Carter is going to be playing, and I know that Justin Bruni is going to be playing. They're all going to be at Rock Bottom.
I would thank them for their donations, except it's free.
Free, right. It's just free. They're just giving free money.
Denny,
to us.
for donating free money to us.
Yeah, thank you, DraftKings. You guys are the best, and we'll see you guys next time on Chalk Block.